What is going on, guys? Fitcho here, and welcome back to the Fitcho Career, episode number 6. It is round number 3, race 3. We're in Monaco for the sprint race, and my god, is the weather different to yesterday. The heavens have opened. This track is already the hardest track on the calendar, but get a bit of water. It's going to be very, very difficult today, especially, I don't know if it's going to be wet for the race, but qualifying is going to be very, very tricky, intermediate conditions, but this could also play into my hand. We know I'm very quick at Monaco, look at yesterday's race, the feature race, but also I'm very quick in the wet compared to the other drivers if you go back and look at the Spain feature race, I think it was. So, one of my best tracks, and it's wet, which is better for me, so things are looking pretty good for me in today's sprint race. We're going to find out where our pace really does lie, and we're going to jump into this one-shot qualifying in Monaco in some very tricky conditions. Here we go, one-shot qualifying in Monaco in some very tricky conditions, intermediate conditions. It comes down towards Sandoval. I was a bit early on the brakes, but I get the car turned in nicely as we now get the power down, head up, Beau Rivage. We're currently down in 18th place as the lead is changing hands many times in front of us. We go through Massenet, we get a pretty good run as we now flick it into Casino. We're currently in the lead. We make a little bit of contact with the wall and go over that bump, which is not what we want, as we lock up tyres into Mirabeau. We do get the car turned as we now head down towards the hairpin, get the car slowed, get the car around in one piece, and now carefully trot through the right-hander and now down to Portier. Important to get a good exit off here because it's the run through the tunnel, one of the longest stretches of flat out on this track, so you want to get a good exit and good run through here as we're currently leading as we head down towards the Nouvelle chicane. Very careful on the brakes. It's a tricky enough braking zone as it is. We managed to survive that. We're still in the lead as we head down to Back. One of the trickiest, oh my god, we've understeered. We're into the wall. We've lost a big chunk of front wing. We've just got tons of understeer through there, and we're now falling down through the pack. And without the front wing, we have absolutely no grip. Well, no turn in, no front grip, and we're going to be right at the back. Maybe not dead last, but we're going to be close to the back as we come through Antinodes. Louis Delatraz is leading as we come up to the line. Who's going to take pole? I think it's going to be Delatraz. Delatraz takes pole. No, Giovinazzi takes pole. I just saw it switch at the last second as we come across the line for 21st place. Not an ideal qualifying. We just turned into Tabac and it gave us nothing. But there you go. Giovinazzi did actually get pole by a very small margin over Louis Delatraz. He was so close to his his first ever pole position, Louis Delatraz, but it was not to be as Giovinazzi comes through and snatches it from him. And the Camposes are actually locking out the second row, which is quite impressive. If we have a look at the bottom half of the grid, there's actually a couple big names down here, namely Fuoco in 15th, Markelov 16th, Suronkin 19th, and then myself in 21st, alongside my teammate. We're going to be locking out the final row of the grid here in Monaco yet again. So the weather has done a complete U-turn after qualifying. It's gone from wet and back to dry for today's race. If we have a look at the race strategy, it's going to remain dry for the entire race with no cloud in sight, perfect blue skies, which, to be honest, is what I want because the weather just makes it so much the wet weather just makes it so much easier just to slide a little bit wide and into the wall. At other tracks, it didn't hurt me too much because if you remember Spain, I did make a few mistakes and just slid off the track, but they had grass and runoff areas there, so I could survive. Here they don't have that, they have walls instead, which like to destroy your car, so to be honest, the dry weather is probably a little bit better for us, more chance of it actually getting to the end of today's sprint race. Here we go, get the revs up to the optimal range, the lights are coming on in Monaco, and it's lights out, and away we go, the sprint race is underway, and we get off to an okay start right on the back of Sergei Sirot because we're going to pull to the inside, up the inside of Sandoval, try and navigate our way through here and get through in one piece as there are cars all over the place. We're going to try and push up the outside of Matsushita, but that is not going to work. 3 wide up Beau Rivage definitely does not go as Markelov and Matsushita are still fighting it out as we go into Casino Square. Is he going to hang Markov out to dry? Yes, he is. Now, can we look up the inside of Matsushita into Mirabeau? Yes, we can. Try and squeeze him out. And he's still there as we head down. Oh, being hit as we go into... Oh, we're going to get squeezed into the wall. Oh, he had a bit of contact with Bernstoff. We managed to survive. I thought that was going to end in carnage. Too wide through the hairpin. Really doesn't work because there's contact between Matsushita and Bernstoff. And I think he made a little bit of contact with me, but we didn't really feel it. We managed to survive. We're actually going to look up the inside of Matsushita down into the Nouvelle Chicane. Try and get this position. He's still right beside me. I've spun him. Oopsie daisies. Oh well. Too wide. Doesn't really go in there. And I had the inside line, and he just sort of drove into my side pod, I guess. I'm not too fussed. We're up in the 16th place. Interesting start. Had to be very careful just to keep our car in one piece. Should we try our favourite party piece from the feature race? Yes, we will. And we get up the inside of Antinodes on Fuwako, and up into 15th place now is go Rudzev up in front of us. Can we try it again on Rudzev? Yes, we can. Up the inside of Antinodes. And we're now up into 14th place. We've got Sergio Santa Camara, I think that's how you say it, right in front of me. And he's actually on super soft tires, so we really want to get past him as quickly as we can, as Jeff has given me an alternate strategy that I'm not interested in at all. So we're going to look up the inside of Camara into Massenet. A lot of understeer, but we make that move stick. And we're now into 13th place. We've got a bit of clean air in front of us to try and catch up to Gustav Mallier in the racing engineering car. Here we go, end of lap 9, and we're going to be following Gustav Mallier into the pit lane. We're going to be swapping onto the super soft tire and getting rid of our ultra softs. We're going to be going to the end. Of course, it's a sprint race. All you need to do is one stop, and we're hopefully... Could we jump the racing engineering? No chance at all, but we are quite close to him. I've found I haven't been that comfortable this race after that wet qualifying. Fucking hell. I've just been feeling a little bit off. I haven't been feeling 100% comfortable so far this race. I haven't been as quick as I feel I should have been. And I've actually damaged my front wing from that pit exit, which is really not what we want at all. I just put my foot down too hard. Just a stupid mistake to make, and that's going to haunt me for the rest of this race. Can we try our party piece on Artem Markov? Yes, we can. Up the inside of Antinodes, up into 16th place. Is there any cars in the pits? No, there is not at this stage. So I assume there's a few cars still in front of me that are on the started on the super softs. So we're going to be swapping to the ultra softs in the near future. There's Charles Leclerc, far out Leclerc. Just coming straight across on us and leaving us nowhere to go. Oh, that could have so easily ended in disaster. Oh my god, what were you thinking just moving across when I was beside you? Whew, breathe. Can I try it on Charles Leclerc? Get it up the inside of Antinodes. And we make the move stick. 4P11, we're about to start the penultimate lap of this race. We've got Gustav Mallier just up ahead of us, but it's a sprint race, so the points only go to the top 8 finishers, so I don't think points are going to be on the table today, unfortunately. I don't think I can get the fastest lap. I just don't have the life left in these tires, especially with that little bit of front wing damage, which is driving me absolutely insane. I have nowhere near the pace that I had yesterday. Because of that front wing damage, I'm just driving like crap. And it's just really frustrating, honestly. That front wing damage has really cost me. Oh, here comes Leclerc up our inside. Oh, he spun up the inside of the Nouvelle Chicane. I'm not sure what the hell happened to him there. I gave him space, I thought, and he spun himself. And we have actually damaged our front wing even more. But we have one lap left to run. And because of that spin, we actually have a bit of a gap to Nick DeFree behind us. So we will just try and nurse this car around for one more lap and try and claim 11th place. Actually, DeFree is catching up to us. He might actually get past us before the end of this race with this front wing damage I have. I guess we'll have to find out as we start the final lap here in Monaco. Oh no, we've got a puncture. We've hit the wall at the swimming pool chicane. With only 3 corners to go on the third last corner, we hit the wall and puncture a tyre. Can we get to the line before this big battle pack? I don't think we can. Here comes Sorellis, Matsushita, and we're just going to cross the line ahead of the Arden of, I didn't even see who it was, but 14th place. Not the result we wanted in today's sprint race. We did not have the best race in the world. Just losing the back end out of the pit lane and damaging the front wing just really sums up how badly that race went for us. Not the best race in the world, not how we wanted that one to go. But you know, not every race goes your way. You win some and you lose some. And today the winner was Raffaele Marcello from Antonio Giovinazzi by only 0.2 of a second, with Luca Giotto in third. So it looks like the battle at the front was very close, at least between the top 2. Then just off the podium, you got Jordan King in 4th, Louis Delatraz in 5th. Looks like there's a big battle pack from 4th down to about Norman Nato. There was a little gap to then Gustav Malya, then the battle pack which I was in. But then, let's go through that pack. We've got King, Delatraz, Oliver Rowland, our championship rival in 6th, so he's going to get a few points back on us there. Then you got Nicholas Latifi and Alexander Albon rounding out the points. Just outside the points, you got Norman Nato and Gustav Malya rounding out the top 10. If you then look a little bit lower, you got Nick De Vries, Felix Sorellis, Nobuharu Matsushita, myself, and the Arden of Igor Rudzev, who we just edged out at the line after we got that puncture. Then Antonio Fuoco in 16th, Sergei Sorokin down in 17th, so not a good showing for the ART. Then Emil Bernsdorf 18th, Sergio Setakamara in 19th, Artem Marklov in 20th, so not a good race for the Russian time. Then my teammate in 21st, and Charles Leclerc dropping down to last place after that spin, having to make a pit stop, I'm assuming due to a lack of front wing. So after the sprint race in Monaco, I retained the top spot in the championship. However, my advantage has fallen down to 11 points, and the person in second has actually changed as Raffaele Marcello has jumped Oliver Rowland for second place after his win in today's sprint race. Oliver Rowland is in third, only 2 points behind Raffaele Marcello, with Luca Giotto in 4th and Antonio Giovinazzi jumping to 5th place with pole position and a 2nd place today. In 6th place is Norman Nato, Fuoco is 7th, Jordan King 8th, Charles Leclerc 9th, and Gustav Malya rounds out the top 10. In the team's championship, Campos have taken the lead with 96 points, a 20-point advantage over the 2nd place Dams, with Trident in 3rd, only 1 point off Dams. In 4th place is the reigning champions Prima Racing with Rapax in 5th, MP Motorsport 6th, Russian Time down in 7th, and ART down in 8th place, not having the season they wanted. Same for Racing Engineering in 9th, and Carlin and Arden still in 10th and 11th, rounding out the field without any points. So that is all for today, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy this race. Not the most eventful race, but it did really kick off in those final 2 laps. So the rest of the race was pretty slow, but you know, that happens. Monaco is not the best for overtaking, and I just wasn't really that quick today. These things happen. Now, I also noticed something when I was recording the replay cast for the battle for the lead. Giovinazzi actually went for the alternate strategy to Marcello, starting on the super softs and swapping to the ultra softs, and that's actually what lost him the race in that battle against Marcello. So the more conventional strategy of starting on ultra softs and swapping to the super softs worked a lot better in this race. So Giovinazzi tried my strategy from the feature race, and it just didn't work out for him in today's sprint race. I think that actually cost him the victory, because before the stops he was leading from Marcello, and Marcello made the jump in the stops. But that is all for today, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to smash that like button. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. I've been Fitcho, and I'll see you all next time.